Hello everyone and welcome back to Math Merit. Today we are continuing with concept number 5, and today we're actually learning how to see the differences and traveling through air, what problems that air can cause depending on what direction you are traveling and if it is with the wind or against the wind. So for today's example, we have somebody traveling from Los Angeles to North Carolina. And as you can see, the wind, which is the black arrows, are going from the west side to the east side. Okay? Meaning that the plane going from Los Angeles to North Charlotte, North Carolina, is going with the wind. So it is kind of pushing the plane, helping it. And the plane going from Charlotte in North Carolina to Los Angeles, California is going against the wind. So pretty much the air speed, so when it's flying in the air, the speed is the same for both planes. They maintain the same speed. But the ground speed is what is impacted when by the wind, okay? So pretty much in the air it's not affected, but when it's going down to ground speed, it is affected due to the wind, okay? So as we can see, our wind is going to be represented by W because we do not know the wind speed yet. We are going to be solving that. And we are going to be solving the airspeed because it is the same for both planes. Now the difference, which is the ground speed for our Los Angeles plane that's headed to North Carolina, is 550 miles per hour. And for our North Carolina plane that is headed to California, is ground speed of 495 miles per hour. Now, let's move on. We're going to start off with these two equations. Now, we know that air plus wind equals our ground speed, so that's going to be how these two equations look like. Our Los Angeles plane that's headed to North Carolina, to Charlotte, North Carolina, it is air plus wind because it has that plus side of the wind. It's going in the same direction of the wind. Our North Carolina plane that's headed to California has the wind against it, so we're going to subtract the wind from the airspeed, okay? And that is what's going to give us the ground speed. Now, how are we going to go ahead and solve that? We're going to start off by choosing a method. The method I'm going to be choosing is going to be elimination. Now, if you do recall, we just went over what the process of elimination was, and it's going to look a little like this. We have A plus W is equal to 550, and we have A minus W equals 495. Looks familiar, right? Now what we're going to go ahead and be doing is that we're going to be adding these two. But what are we going to be eliminating in this case? We have a positive and a negative W. These automatically cancel out, so we're just going to go ahead and eliminate it. A plus A equals 2A. And right here, we're left with 1,045 miles per hour. I'm sorry, it's an H. Miles per hour. Now we're going to be dividing by 2 on both sides. A is now equal to 522 miles, 522.5 miles per hour. So A, which was our airspeed. Airspeed we know is the same for both of them. So what are we going to do right now? we are actually going to go ahead and try to figure out the wind speed. Now, it is the same for both of them as well. It's just that for one we are adding it, for the other we are subtracting it. So we're going to go ahead and take the value we got for A and plug it into one of the two equations. In this case, I'm going to plug it into this equation. So it's going to look like this. Let me change colors so you know what I'm doing. Substituting the value of A for 522.5. So 522.5 plus W is equal to 550. Now we're solving for W. We're going to subtract 522.5 to both sides. That is going to leave us with 5 being equal to 7.5. Okay, so now we know that our wind speed was 27.5 miles per hour, and we know that our wind speed was 27.5 miles per hour, and our air speed is 522.5 miles per hour. So that is the values that we got from those two. Let's go on to your example for your assignment. Very well, for your assignment today, I made just minor changes to the equations that we just worked on right now. So just look at the changes, which in this case is the ground speed. For our Los Angeles place, ground speed is now 480, and for our Charlotte, North Carolina plane, our ground speed is now 415. So those are the only changes that I made, but it does change the equation. So go ahead and solve the equation just how I did it right now. Follow the same exact steps. If you have any questions on anything or something was just not clear, please do not hesitate and ask. I'm here to help. I hope to be hearing back from everyone very, very soon, and I hope y'all have a very wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.